Hi! Welcome Bourbon Quest! We're about to do a video. Oh yeah. It's your host, Bourbon Steve. And hey, this is unusual for me. It's well, this video will go up on Tuesday. I'm shooting it on Monday. I don't know. I usually work doubles on Mondays, but the last week and this week I'm not, so which is cool because July 4th I'm open and closed on bar. I was informed today. So remember, stay hydrated, my friends. But so yeah, it's unusual. I'm shooting this video like at 4 o'clock on a Monday afternoon. Worked the bar this morning, got off at 3, and yeah, but I told you I had some things planned. And so what are we doing tonight? We're doing Wilderness Trail. So this is a brand that I'm really excited about. I've heard a lot of good things. I plan to go, I mean, my schedule's so tied up. Hopefully the next 6 months, I would really love to do a distillery tour at Wilderness Trail. I've heard great things about them. And hey, so leave a comment. If you've had Wilderness Trail before, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about these. I have not. This has been my first experience with Wilderness Trail. I've actually had these bottles for quite some time, and for whatever reason, I just never have gotten into them. But thought tonight would be the night to get into some Wilderness Trail. I got 4 bottles. I went ahead. I've got. So what we have tonight is. We got the, this is the bourbon, bottled and bond, yellow label. Let you take a look there. Bottled and bond, yellow label. And then this is the, it's also a bottled and bond. One of these is a single barrel or something. We'll get into it in a minute. The other one's the black label. So, one's a single barrel or something, I believe. Does it say on here? Alright, let's just read it. Yeah, the yellow is the single barrel. So, yellow is the single barrel Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, bottled and bond, sweet mash. So, it's a sweet mash, not a sour mash, made from locally sour grain from an old traditional mash bill, 64% corn, 24% wheat, and 12% natural barley. Copper column distilled from a single fermented batch using our sweet mash process and put into the barrel at 110 proof, and then they water it down to 100 proof at bottled and bond. Wilderness Trail Distillery, Danville, Kentucky, non-chill filtered. This is bottle 180 of 221. So the yellow is the single barrel, and then the black label, small batch, bottled and bond also. Again, sweet mash. Made from locally owned grains from an old traditional mash bill. Same thing, 64% corn, 24% rye, 12% malted barley. Copper bot distilled from a single fermented batch using our sweet mash process and put into the barrel at 110 proof. Danville, Kentucky, also non-chill filtered. So, yeah. Also, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead. Hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost anything. We're on our way to 500. Can't say enough about those that have subscribed and the support you've given me and the comments that you left. Those mean a hell of a lot. And I try to respond back to those as much as possible. But then do yourself a favor, ring that bell for notifications. That way you don't miss a damn thing. And smash that like button, yo. That helps the YouTube algorithms. Leave a comment, especially if you've had these before. This will be my first experience with Wilderness Trail. I don't know why it's taken me this long. I mean, the channel's almost a year old, and this is the first time that I've opened up a Wilderness Trail. Now, the ones we're doing tonight is the single barrel and the small batch. I thought about bringing the other two out as well, but I'm gonna hold off, just because the other two that I have is the Wilderness Trail 6-year, and then a Wilderness Trail single barrel store pick. But we'll get to those at some point along the way. Hey, well, I got a major announcement I hope to make later this week. The channel turns, what is today? June 27th. Yeah. So literally a month from now, on July 27th, the channel will be a year old. And I'm working on getting a meetup set up for the end of July, probably like July 29th, right around the channel's 1-year anniversary. So hit me up at bourbonquest@gmail.com if you'd be interested in that. I don't have the exact details yet, but I'm working on it this week to try and get that firmed up for July 29th, which is a Saturday. It'll be in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So if you're a fan of the channel and want to meet up, then that'll be a great time to do so. We'll do a tour, we'll have a meetup, we'll have shenanigans going on, whatever. But so yeah, hit me up on bourbonquest@gmail.com, and we'll I think that's it. Well, it might be Bourbon Quest 33. Alright, forgive me. Or leave a comment on the channel there with your email address. I haven't used that email address very often. I need to ramp that up. I actually think it's bourbonquest33@gmail.com. Leave a comment. Let me know if you're interested in showing up for that. This will be the first, hopefully, of many annual meetups in Chattanooga. That's only an hour and a half from me here in Knoxville. So I'll work on that. I apologize. I probably shouldn't even announce it without specific details, but I'm pretty sure the email I've got set up that I haven't used very often is bourbonquest33@gmail.com. Hit that up or leave a comment, and with the end of this week or first of next week, we'll get you some more specific details on when and if that's happening. But we're going to try and do that. So alright, all that rigmarole. Let's get to the whiskey. So, like I said, leave a comment. Let me know if you've had Wilderness Trail before. Like I said, I've heard great things about it. And I've had these bottles actually for a while. And so now it's time to do a fresh crack, at least on these two. Like I said, I got two more. One's the 6-year-old, because I think that's maybe how long they've been around. And then a single barrel store pick. And I thought about even doing these blind, but since I've never had them before, I just want to compare them and enjoy them for what they are. Later on, maybe blind them up or whatever. But alright, so pause for cork pop. This is the single barrel. Oh hell yeah! Man, that was a good pop, and a little spill on the hand. Oh hell, that smells good. Alright, so hold on. Alright, we'll pause this real quick. Hey, are we back? I had to take a pause. I'm trying to see if we're back. Oh, we're back. Alright, sorry about that, Bourbon Quest. That was a call from work, so I had to take it. If it had been a scammer, I would have ignored it. Alright, so we did the fresh cork on that. Sorry, this is the small batch, the black label, so we'll do another. Oh yeah. Oh, not near as exciting as the other one. Alright. Oh, we need to pour these. So, sorry, that phone call got me messed up. So we got the single barrel on the shelf. Pour. We're going to pour them both, and then we'll do the infinity bottle pour. This is the small batch. And then, so as always, here on Bourbon Quest, each new crack gets a nice 2-ounce pour into the infinity bottle. Ooh, yeah. All right, here we go. There's that. And then the small batch. And you know, I'm a big fan of the sweet mash. Like Peerless does a sweet mash, Wilderness Trail does a sweet mash. A lot of people don't do a sweet mash, and mainly they want to do a sour mash to try and create some consistency. But I like the sweet mash. Alright, so we got the infinity bottle poured on both of those. What the hell am I doing? Alright, let's cork those up. Cork this infinity globe piece of shit decanter. I got another one on the way. Alright, so let's get into the nosing and tasting on these. So again, stay hydrated, my friends. Alright, so this is the single barrel. Oh man. So very sweet. I mean, definitely smell that corn, caramel, vanilla. A little bit of baking spice and pepper. But overall just that sweet mash of corn. And then, I mean, you do get that spice, that rice spice, black pepper, vanilla, caramel. Very inviting on the nose. Amber color. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. So, it is very sweet. You definitely get that corn, that vanilla, that caramel. It's decent. I don't think it's spectacular. This is probably their first stuff they put out, which I believe is around 4 years old. I mean, it doesn't have ragged edges or anything, does it? I mean, yeah, it does taste a little young, but not super young. The nose is quite enjoyable on this. Alright, second sip. Alright, a little better. Tons of sweetness, vanilla, rice spice, black pepper, caramel. I think I'm digging that more. I might just needed to open up a little bit. I mean, for what I believe to be give or take around 4-year-old whiskey, this is pretty damn good. The nose is really good on this, and of course both of these are at 100 proof. Oh yeah, I mean, it's a good mixture between that sweetness of the corn and then the spice of the rye mash bill on that. And I believe it, what was it, 64% corn? What does it say? Yeah, 64% corn. Oh, and 24% wheat and 12% malted. I think it's good. It's the same on this, right? It's just a small batch. Oh no, this one has the rye. Does that one say rye or wheat? Yeah. That's odd because I get that black pepper and rye spice on this, but the single barrel is 24% wheat. It's the small batch that is 24% rye. Huh. I have to try that again, but I mean, you do get that sweetness of the corn. Very good. I mean, I think that's a sweet spot between that 60 to 70% corn on the mash bill. Okay. I mean, I maybe that's my mind playing tricks on me, but I still get that rye spice, even though there's no rye in this apparently. But now that my mind knows it, I do get that more sweetness of wheat along with the corn. But it'd be interesting to now try this one that we know is 24% rye. I don't know why they did that. All right. So, this is a small batch. Man. Again, very nice on the nose, not overpowering. Like some deep fruit notes and chocolate, caramel, vanilla. I mean, I really don't get that rye punch for being 24% rye. It's more dark chocolate, caramel, vanilla, sweetness. All right, cheers, Bourbon Quest. Oh, yeah. Definitely get the rye on that one. I mean, it comes off initially sweet and then lingers in on the middle and back to the rye spice, black pepper, chocolate, deep caramel. That's quite unique. I don't think I get a lot of that on. This is, yeah. You get that sweetness, you get that caramel, you get that dark chocolate. And I'm not if I'm eating a chocolate bar, I'm not a dark chocolate. I want the Hershey's milk chocolate. But when it comes to bourbon, that dark chocolate, I think, does it good and comes through and is enjoyable. Although I don't like a dark chocolate candy bar. I like milk chocolate. Oh yeah, more of that mint is coming through on that spice, caramel. Again, dark chocolate. Man, these are both really, really good and different. Now that I've had them side by side, I would say that these are both a buy. And I'm kind of disappointed I've waited, I've at least owned these bottles for a year. And kind of disappointed that I've never opened them before. Stay hydrated, my friends. Alright, let's run it back this way, but I mean, you definitely get that mint, that pine. Yeah. Mint, pine, caramel, vanilla. Yeah, that's quite delicious. And then, alright, I'm gonna cleanse the palate before I go into the second one. And then this one, the single barrel yellow label, is more sweet. Yeah, that vanilla and caramel is coming through even more. I still get a little bit of black pepper though. Again, I think these are both delicious, and and different enough that I would recommend buying. I would recommend buying both of these. Um, they're very well balanced. They offer a little bit of different complexity between the wheat, although I still get black pepper and rye on that. But then you go to the small batch, and it's just much more prevalent with that mint, that pine. Uh, I would say the black label is a little bit more complex, offers a little bit more variety. But the yellow label is super enjoyable, very inviting on the nose and the palate. Both bottled in bond. I mean, I think Wilderness Trail is doing some great. This makes me even more excited about doing the both the 6-year-old that I have, as well as the single barrel store pick that I have from Total Wine, because as I mentioned before, this is my first experience ever having Wilderness Trail. I think it at least met, maybe even exceeded my expectations, because I've heard good things about it. I definitely give each one of these a thumbs up. I think they're a definite buy. They're both around $40 to $50. I think that's a excellent price. They're enjoyable. They offer some differences and different complexities, and depending on whether you like wheat or rye. Obviously, this is the 64% corn, and then 24% rye, and the rest malted barley. And then the only difference here is it's rye instead of wheat, and they're both really delicious. And for both $50 or under, I think they're both a buy. Cheers, Bourbon Quest. Yeah, you get more of that pine, that mint, and undoubtedly that's not my typical profile, but I really enjoy that. And then this is sweet. I want to say I don't want to trick myself, but I think I'm gonna take one more sip and see if I'm right. Oh yeah, vanilla caramel, and then what I didn't want to trick myself into, I think is prevalent in that, is butterscotch. But these are both a buy for between $40 and $50 between either one. And then we'll do another video before too long around the 6-year-old, and then the single barrel store pick from Total Wine that I have. But it took me, well, I've been on this bourbon quest for 2 years. I know I've at least had these bottles for a year, so I'm glad to finally open them and enjoy them, because I heard good things about them. They're great. Hopefully in the next 3 to 6 months, we'll go do a distillery tour at Wilderness Trail, because I really admire what they're doing and the whiskey they're producing. Even though this is my first taste of it, I am not disappointed at all. Alright, we need to wrap it up and call it a night. But hey, before we close out, I just want to say, as always, My wish for you is that all your Bourbon Quest dreams come true. Ha ha! Oh, hell yeah. That was good.